Good morning, AlgoTrades investors. It is Monday, March the 2nd. It's the weekly video. Just kind of recap where the market has been, where we're at, what I expect going forward. Now, overall, the system has been, or the market has been trading sideways in very volatile range, where the range is big enough for the trend to go from an uptrend and downtrend and just continue to flip and give all these mixed signals. Now, we pretty much steer clear of most of this flip-flopping action simply because it was a constant mix of market direction. Now overall, we've seen the market start to extend to the upside. It's been going up. This blue line here is a 5-day moving average. You can see it pulls back, kind of pierces that level. It finds the 5-day as a short-term support zone, and you can see every time it just pokes through it, we see it start to recover. Now today we're starting to see the equities market starting to flirt a little bit sideways here. Overall, it's been consolidating. Overall, the picture here is still very bullish. We've had a strong run up, a consolidation, another run, consolidation. We've had another run up, and now we're consolidating again. 20-day moving average just slowly chugging up underneath it and getting closer, which will act as support eventually. If price continues to trade sideways as the 20-day moves up underneath it, it should act as a support zone, as that will make this consolidation a little bit longer and generate more power for a longer or a bigger breakout to the upside. Overall, we're flirting here with the 5-day moving average. You can see we're testing this level here. We've kind of been slowly breaking down a bit. And now we're flirting with this level that we've seen in pre-market trading. Now, if I just quickly pull up 10-minute intraday chart. This is showing, it's hard to see here the way I've got it mapped out, but overall, this here is one trading day. This is another trading, another trading session. Let me just grab this this tool here. This is another trading session. Here is a third one, and then we've got today, which we're in here now. Now overall, so you can see we've had some pretty good volatility. The market's been shaking itself out, and the key here is that we're starting to poke to these minor lows. So the market ran up, had a strong move, and consolidated sideways across here, and we ended up breaking this minor pivot low, and then we saw the market break down. Of course, it ran some stops. You can see this big down day, big down bar, and then we broke another low, and then across here in yesterday's session, we broke another minor low. Every time we break a new low, it makes people more fearful. It scares the long positions out of the market, and when the majority are out of the market, that's when the market will start to make another move higher. So today we've got another poke to a minor new low this morning, and then boom, big money stepped right in, and we're flirting with this morning's pre-market high. We came up, we tagged it, we actually saw this bar come all the way back down. Some sellers stepped right back in, but now it's ramping right back up to try and eat through this level. And overall, the first kind of short-term targets are going to actually be Fibonacci measured moves there from last night. I did around the 2110 to 2111.50. But overall, if we go and look at the big picture type of price action here, let me go back to the system, and let's just zoom way out here in time to this previous. Let's just go way back here. So if we go from this low in October to the recent high, sometimes I'll pick multiple highs. So we had this previous high and then this minor high. I kind of went right through kind of the top here. And then this low, I didn't go right from the low, but I went from I like to try and get 2 points that touch. So for example, when I do these levels, if you get a big V-shaped low, you can use that. But when we're using a rebound, we've got high here. We had a higher high here, but overall you just kind of draw your line kind of across the two of those. And then we had a low here, and we had a bit higher low over here. So I just draw more or less. It doesn't have to be perfect from the highs and the lows. I like to use at least 2 data points. So we had a high here, low here, low here. If we do Fibonacci extension, it gives us the upside targets for this. So if we just squish this price action down, let me just squish it down. It gives us our upside target of the SP 500 running all the way up to 2240 potentially from this big move here. Huge run up, massive consolidation. We've just started to run up now with another bullish formation. The next surge here could bring us up to the 2130, 32 area. And in the big picture, we could see this go all the way up to the 2240, which a lot of people aren't expecting. It is a long ways away, but the market has a way of doing stuff that it doesn't really expect. Now overall, in the grand scheme of things, let me just zoom in a little bit more here. I have a feeling we're going to see price action very similar to what we've seen over here. I pointed this out earlier this week. More or less, we've had a strong run up, just like previously, nice run up. And I think we're getting to a point here where we're going to start see the market start to chop around, but it's going to continue to go higher, likely up into this resistance level here, which is around the 21.38 or something area. So we might start to see price chop around and kind of really become a little more wild, and usually that'll be the sign before we start to see a much steeper pullback that might last a couple of weeks. So overall, there's still quite a bit of upside here. I think it's just going to start to get a little more choppy, and we'll just see how things unfold going forward. Now, overall, in the grand scheme of things, the trend is higher. The key is we are trading with the trend. We're not going to try and pick tops or bottoms. It's just not what we do. So we're going to let the system continue to do this. Now, we did get long yesterday. Let me auto scale this and zoom right in. The system got us long yesterday right down here at this around the 21.03 area. So price pulled back. We saw some panic selling in the market. Short-term cycle hit a low, and we got in down here. And since then, we've seen it have this nice pop, breaking yesterday's high, which is a good sign. Hopefully, it can hold here and continue to extend and move up and hit our first target, possibly even today for the short-term momentum thrust kind of play here, and then hopefully continue on with this swing trade that'll really pocket some much larger cash for us. Anyways, take care. Bye-bye.